Are you looking for a little escapism right about now? I know that I am. The world seems to be on fire, and there doesn't seem to be an end in sight for any of it. Wouldn't it be great if we just had 30 minutes every now and then to just get away from it all? If you feel the same way, have I got the show for you? Hi, my name is Alan. I'm an actor and a writer living in New York City with my husband and our 18-year-old cat. And when I think of escapism, I immediately think of the comedy fantasy The Good Place. It ran on NBC from 2016 to 2020, and it starred Ted Danson, Kristen Bell, William Jackson Harper, Darcy Carden, Jamil, and Manny Jacinto in a fantastic ensemble cast. The Good Place is set in the hereafter, thus being a comedy fantasy. Kristen Bell plays Eleanor Shellstrop, who one day opens her eyes and finds herself in the waiting room of an office. On the wall is a sign that says, "Welcome, everything is fine." Okay. The door opens. Out steps Michael, an architect, played by Ted Danson. He invites her in and sits her down and tells her that her life on Earth has ended and that she is now in her forever home in paradise. He takes her on a walk through the little town where she'll be living. It's a town that he designed as an architect. It's filled with beautiful little houses and restaurants and little side streets and fountains and rivers. It's perfect. But as he talks, Eleanor begins to realize he's not talking about her. He's talking about another Eleanor Shellstrop, somebody who was a civil rights attorney and was very selfless and lived the life of a saint. She, Eleanor Shellstrop, was very hedonistic, was a drunk, was terrible to people on Earth, was terrible to her friends, lived just an awful life. And she realizes, I don't belong here. And that's where the entire story begins to unfold. And the twists and turns are everywhere. So I can't tell you a whole lot more because I would spoil the story. And each season has its own spoilers and its own development. And the characters grow and change, which is my favorite thing about this show. The characters just don't stay as one thing. They learn, they grow, they prosper. It's beautifully written and it's so much fun. The other thing that The Good Place does is it really poses questions about moral philosophy. What do we owe one another as human beings? And, you know, if we did lead a less than stellar life, can we do anything to make up for it? Can we improve ourselves even in the hereafter? Can we do that if we really want it with all of our heart and with the help of our friends? These are some of the questions that The Good Place poses. And it's such a satisfying watch. And it has a beautiful finale. And I can't recommend it highly enough. So I realized last week I recommended a book and I got a lot of views on that video. So I'm going to throw these little recommendation videos in every now and then. And I really think that The Good Place is a show we need right now because it's about being a better person. It's about being kind and being empathetic. All of the things that we're being told by the people in charge that those things are weaknesses, but that's not true. We know that. So go check out The Good Place. You will not be sorry. I promise. And while you're doing that, go out and do your random act of kindness. It's nice to help people, right? And it makes you feel good. It gives your soul a little food. Thank you for being here. I so appreciate it. And I will see you on the next one. Until then, go out and have yourself a beautiful day. Bye-bye.